Okay, so now let's have a look at the dashboard. If you want to find out where there's bottlenecks in the business, yours or ours, the dashboard is a great place to start. This is really geared towards your key stakeholders, your supervisors and your managers. Starting in the top left, you're going to see any of the jobs that we're waiting to get information from you for. On the right hand side, that's a really quick snapshot. 4 block jobs here, 1 on hold and 4 processing. That's also represented by the pie chart. Let's talk about job turnaround. So job turnaround covers all jobs from a complete or active job point of view. As I said before, active jobs are jobs that are not sent, not issued. You can look at them from a days active or a days elapsed point of view. So I've introduced a new term here, that's days elapsed. Active days, as I explained before, is the amount of days that the job has been in the system, that we've been working on it, and it hasn't been on hold or blocked. Days elapsed is actually all the working days. That's including hold and blocked. Let's look at your active jobs. Let's toggle that on. And now we can see a breakdown via our line graph of all the various active jobs across the various headings and job types. Every job type is represented by a heading. You can toggle these off by clicking on them if you want to isolate the jobs that you're after. Let's have a look at our site classifications here. So what are we seeing when we look at this line graph? We're seeing that we had one job that was in the system for 6 days. We've got one job that was in the system for 9 days. So it would be fair to say that a site job could take anywhere from 6 to 9 days. I'm going to toggle these job types back on just to show you another way to isolate what you're after. In this case, I do want to see site classifications in more detail, so I can actually click on the site classification button here. And obviously we get the same information that I just showed you before, but this also shows you that site classification details come under the Site Geo section. If I click on the Site Geo section, then we can get more information about jobs that all fall under that category. Lastly, let's look at the job status bar graph. This is a really good way to get an appreciation of bottlenecks in the system, particularly with your hold and block jobs. As you can see, from a daily point of view, all the jobs that have been in the system are in the system now. And if we go on the right hand side here, we can see that you've got an increasing block count. So that's something you may want to look at. You can also isolate by toggling the on hold processing on and off. Let's really isolate our hold and blocked in this case. You may see at the bottom we've also got the ability, based on the sections, to go straight to the job list and get a list of all the completed jobs for that section. When we're back at the dashboard, from here you can get to our reporting capability. This is one of our newer features. We're pretty happy about this one. You can either click on the reporting button, or you can directly go there by clicking on the job turnaround button on the top menu. Here we simply set the date range by month and year, and then we get a breakdown of those headings I talked about earlier as far as your job types. You can click on these headings to get further information, and if we scroll down, or if we just click on these headings, we can go to the bar graph, which gives you the same information with turnarounds that you saw on the dashboard. Obviously you're getting a bit more detail here relevant to the month, and we're actually introducing an average turnaround. So here's your average turnaround for all the jobs in that given month. You can also see how many jobs were in that given month as well. We show this from a days active or an elapsed days point of view. Lastly, you've got the ability to print this report to PDF.